welcome to your third episode of Bukkit Tips and Trips. I'm Alex, and okay, so to get started in this episode, we're not going to be working with the server. Well, we are, but we're going to be working with it in a different manner, which is extremely useful, and it's going to be useful for the next video that I'm going to be doing. This is why I'm doing it. Okay, so what we're going to be doing in this episode is we're going to be using a program called FileZilla. This is to access FTP, so you don't have to actually be within the console. You can access stuff from anywhere, anytime. So what you're going to want to do is just hit download. And I'm not sure. Yeah, okay. So that's going to take you here to the download place. And then you're going to pick what you have. So Windows 32, that, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So now, even if you're a 64-bit operating system, still get the 32 because it will work. So once you download, I'm assuming you know how to download a program. If you don't, well, then yeah, not a problem. Okay, so once you have it downloaded, you're gonna get the icon here if you added it. If not, then you can just search FileZilla and it should be right there. Okay. So once we have this, we're gonna go into it, and you're probably thinking now, holy shit, this is pretty confusing. It's not. So first, we have 4 quadrants we can use. The first one will be your computer, so where everything is, so you can have all files. Second one will be like your desktop. This will show you the files. This will actually show you what's on your desktop. This one shows you sort of just folders and things, and then what's within folders. Okay. Now the next 2 sides are what we want. So to access our server, the first thing we're going to want to do is go to our server, and okay, so let's put this on that side and put this on that side and go away. Okay, so on this side and this side. So for this, you're going to see FTP access host. Beautiful. Useful. Okay, so let's grab that and just copy and paste that in. Son of a... Okay, let me do that by hand. 192.29.110. Okay, now the username is going to be my login, but now you have to make sure that when you do this, you have to also put the number that it's given to you. So make sure you go into FTP client first. .859. Okay, now the password is my password. Yeah. No, shit, what's my password? Pretty sure that's my password. And then the port is 21. Pretty much every case the port's 21, so you can do that. That should be my password, theoretically. Yeah, okay, good. So, once you log in, the whole server should pop up. So, for example, when we log in here, onto the actual FTP client, you'll see, here's all the world stuff. Just like this. Bam. So, this is nice because you can now upload files directly. For example, let's go to plugins. Ta-da! Beautiful. So now we can just drag and drop plugins in this way. Now you might be thinking, well, why? The reason why you would use this is because let's say you want to install an adventure map onto your server and you want to have an adventure map. Let's just drag this map here. This is an adventure map actually I made. So let's say here's the folder. If you try to go here and hit upload, and then hit this, this will not install it. The archive normally is supposed to work, but I've always had problems with it, so I don't like using it personally, also because it takes a while and everything. I think you can do it that way if you wanted to, but I personally don't like to do it because it's extremely slow. It will lag out your internet and it will just become such a bitch. Like, it just will. So the best way to do it is this way. Now, what can I drag and drop in here? Okay. Now, let's just say here. Now, one thing you want to be careful of is when you drag and drop something, you don't want to drag and drop it onto a folder. You want to drag and drop it onto this white section here. So let's do that here. So see, I can't... Whoa, what? Why aren't you letting me... Oh, you know why? Hold up. Yeah, okay. Copy and replace. Come in. Yeah, just... Yep. Yes, fuck. Okay, so we can go here and we can drag and drop. You see, if I drag and drop it, it'll actually put it into that folder, which we don't want. You need to be very careful of that. So you want to drag and drop just to the white section over here, and this will put it into this overall folder. Now, something else you might not want to do is you can drag and drop it here, but I've had problems with it not working because it doesn't know what folder to put it in. So the best way to do it is just drag and drop here. And then again, same thing here is this shows you your computer and this shows you the file. So if I click bow here, it will actually pop down here. It will show us what's in bow folder. So it's a little bit easier, but yeah. So that's pretty much the use of FileZilla. One last thing I want to show you guys. Let me quickly exit out of that. I said exit out of that. So I'm going to quickly close that down. Get rid of that. Okay. I'm going to quickly close that down. I'm going to go back here. Now let's say I want to log into my server a lot, and I really don't want to have to keep putting that in every single time. I can just go here, quick connect, and the last server I used was this one right here. So click that, and bam. So you can just do quick connect, which is you go down, you can just click the last thing you did, and it will just log you in. So it's extremely nice and extremely useful for many things. So actually the reason why I showed you guys this is because in the next episode I'm going to be showing you guys how to install a plugin called Dynamap, which lets you pretty much have a map on the internet of your server, so you can see the world, you can see where players are, you can type from there, so you don't actually be in-game, you can be doing homework, and then let's say someone wants to ask you something, you can just type from in there. So it's extremely nice. And the folder, since it's not actually a .jar you have to install, there's the .jar, but there's also then more files you have to install, which can kind of be a pain. So you need FileZilla to install it, because you can't do it the other way, just because of what it is. I'll explain it more in the next video. But at the moment, I hope you guys have enjoyed FileZilla. FileZilla first as a program. It's a really good program. But yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. And if you enjoyed it a lot, don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. It is extremely helpful to me. So yeah, see you guys all later.